So just want to speak on being a caregiver for a family member, elderly family member. Um, some of the things you deal with, it's hard, and it doesn't help when you don't feel like you're getting the type of support that you need, and it's it's frustrating because you get people who, for instance, want to come and you're with this person every day, and you're that person there every day. You're changing chamber pots depending on their age. When they have accidents, you're cleaning that up. Sheets and clothes, and if that stuff hits the floor, you're cleaning all that stuff up. You're doing everything you can, the best that you can, to help take care of them, and it's really just you. You might get a family member dropping in, if you're lucky, once a week, maybe once a month. And then everybody has suggestions about how you could do your job better. And they don't understand why you get frustrated. When someone tells you that, well, they come to the home and there's something they see that they think needs to be taken care of. And you're like, okay, well, yeah, that's on my agenda. And then they feel like they have to go do it. And their response is because for their peace of mind, without understanding that the implication of what they are saying about for their peace of mind, the implication of that is, oh, if they didn't do it, they wouldn't have peace of mind that it would be getting done, which means they don't think you would do it. Now, maybe they don't realize things like that when they say it, but that is the implication of it. Or when people make suggestions to you of how to do what you do every day, as if you don't do those things already. When you have been the person doing that stuff for years, with no break, no family members saying, hey, let me come take the relative for the weekend or a week, it speaks volumes, of whether they think so or not, that people don't really value what it is you're doing because they don't think it's that big a deal. You're mooching, you're living rent-free, This is what people have to think about. Why is it that a home health aide costs so much damn money? It's because the work's not easy. But yet when it's your family member doing it, you don't recognize it. You belittle what they do with your silence many times. You belittle what they do with your critiques. If you know that you've not been reaching out to that family member to help them, help that other family member in more ways than just showing up once a month or so, you really shouldn't be saying anything to the people, because it does get frustrating. Fair or not, it does. And just take this time to think about what that family member is doing. People put their whole lives on hold to do what they're doing. Other family members don't always seem to understand that motivation. Maybe they think you're just lazy. You want to live rent-free. You're trying to angle for inheritance or whatever the case may be. But the reality is, when you are that caregiver for that elder, that is your life now. Just like as a parent, you raise your child, that elder is equivalent to your child now. Because instead of learning and getting better and becoming more independent, it's the reverse. So your life is on hold. It's hard to have a social life. So that's the other part of it. People on the outside, you're trying to date and people don't understand. You don't have time like that. So you can't be expected to make everything and be here and be there and go here and go there. And then especially now with the pandemic, if you have an elder like I do who doesn't want to be vaccinated, is not vaccinated, you have to be extremely careful so that you don't bring something home to them. So people don't understand that. And you end up in this world that it's not the world you intended for yourself, but it's the world you're living in. And when you feel like the people who are supposed to have your back sort of have your back, but not fully, not because they're a-holes or something like that, just because they don't really understand what it is you deal with on a day-to-day. So if you experience me in this world and I'm snappy sometimes, it's because my patience level is like really low right now. And I have to maintain all of my patience to care for my elder. Because again, dealing with someone with dementia or Alzheimer's, there's going to be times that are frustrating because you're having to repeat and do this. So that you don't take your frustration out on them, you need to keep your life as simple as possible. And many times people who aren't in that situation don't get it. So the next time, be you on the outside or a family member, and you want to judge that person who is being the caregiver, the old saying, maybe you really should walk a mile in their shoes. Don't go, well, I think is what I would do. You don't know. If you want to get an idea, take that person's space for a week. Give them a break. Give them a vacation. Tell them, hey, we appreciate what it is you do for our loved one. It goes a long way. Just saying.